Alright, SIP 55 Podcast, Season 3, Episode 13, Guest Appearance, Meave.
Welcome back to the SIP 55 Podcast. My name is Preston Sibley, and I'm joined by Meave from Canada's Got Talent. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking, and thank you for joining us here in our new studio. We have Owen Buckaway behind the audio, Jay Aurora behind the cameras. Thank you for coming on. So I kind of just want to jump in and just ask the big question that I'm sure you hear a lot. How did it all happen?
So I'm assuming you're talking about Canada's Got Talent.
Correct.
All right. So it's funny because it was something that I always envisioned myself doing. I loved watching reality shows like that when I was a child, specifically American Idol. I loved so much, and I always had my favorite, and I was rooting for them, and it was the best. And then eventually I did always envision myself on a stage like that, right? But at the time that it actually did happen for me, I wasn't necessarily ready for it, I didn't think, to actually go forward and fill out the application and stuff like that. But I was ready to start busking. And then I was busking all summer. And then I did know around that time in the fall that Canada's Got Talent was in Niagara Falls. And I was living in Niagara Falls. And it did cross my mind a little bit, like, oh, it'd be so funny if I was outside busking and someone walked by and saw me and this and that. And I actually remember making that joke with my sisters during season 1 when I started busking. I was like, I think Canada's Got Talent season 1's in town. Like, that'd be hilarious if someone walked by for it. But yeah, and then all of a sudden it actually happened. And I happened to be sitting out front of where the auditions were going on. And like I said, I knew they were in town. But I didn't go with the purpose of getting on the show. I went with the purpose of making rent money, and it was a silly little thought at the back of my mind. But yeah, all of a sudden, Howie came out, and then the rest is history. I was on stage right after that. So yeah.
Thank you for that. I think that should be good for the viewers. And if you kind of still aren't following, let's take a look at the video that's posted online of it.
Making a fool of me. Why don't you come on over that way? Well, the man who fix it for you.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You're really good.
Thank you.
What's your name?
I'm Meave.
Hi, Meave. My name's Howie. Want to be on Canada's Got Talent? Yeah? What are you thinking?
This is crazy. Oh my gosh.
Want to come in and see how it goes?
Yeah, I do.
So how long between the time that Howie came out and you were on stage? How long was there?
I would say about an hour to an hour and a half. Like, the day in general went by so fast, and like right after I saw Howie and like it started, it's an absolute blur. But based on my sister's Snapchat stories of like documenting the day, we say an hour to an hour and a half. So.
And how did you figure out what you were going to sing?
So when it comes to like the TV process, anything that you do has to be approved, right? Even if you're being pulled off the street on stage, like it's like they're like, no, we got to figure it out, do it by the books. So when I went inside, I was given a list of songs that I was allowed to choose from, and there were so many things that were so serendipitous that happened throughout this whole day. And this is definitely one of them, where I looked at the list and I didn't know any of the songs except for House of the Rising Sun, which was the one that I chose. And so I'm like, I can do that song, no problem. I used to sing it in competitions all the time when I was a kid. But then they came back to me and said, we can't get the music for you approved in time. So like, you can sing the song, but we'd have to figure out the key. We'd have to do this. There was a lot
Makes
to.
sense.
So they were like, "Do you think you can just do it a cappella by yourself?" And the crazy part was, I was so excited to do it a cappella because that's how I used to sing it in competitions. I didn't want to sing it with music when I was a kid because I was like, I can do whatever I want with my voice. I can jump keys. I can like trill this way or whatever, and I don't have to follow music. So when they told me that, I was like, wow, that's perfect. I was actually really nervous about getting a backtrack that I've never sang to before. So yeah, it ended up working out well for me in that case.
So that was actually one of my next questions of like, do they give you a list of songs to choose from? Because, I mean, we'll watch it later, but your final song, it seems like a lot of people have done that song in the past.
Yeah.
So it was one of our questions that we wanted to know is like, is it a set list that you get to choose from, or why does everyone choose these same songs?
So in the instance of what I went through with my audition, I had to choose from a list because any song that I would have started throwing off from the top of my head, like they would have known right off the bat that they didn't have the rights to that song, right? But there's a lot of preparation time from the audition to the semifinals and then the semifinals to the finale. And within that period of time, you're working with producers and everyone collaboratively trying to figure out what song you get to pick. But you are steered in to certain directions, right? Like there can't be any profanity. And like, for example, I sang You Oughta Know for the semifinals, and there's a lot of like dirty things that she says throughout that song, and we had to cut it and make it family friendly and stuff like that. So there is that option. But then it's also like I sang Lannis because she's my favorite, and everyone loves the fact that she's like a Canadian legend. So and with Queen, it's funny because I chose that song, Somebody to Love. I had a lot of other choices that I probably would have picked first, I'm not gonna lie, just because like I love Freddie, I love Queen, don't get me wrong, but it's an intimidating song to do, obviously. But anything else I would have picked probably wouldn't have hit the same because I don't tend to sing songs that people know.
Okay.
So when I'm thinking of things like what will the audience like, this and that, like when I mentioned Queen, everyone was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware, but the winner of season 1, Shanique Fournier, she sang a Queen song as well. Yeah. So yeah, like I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to maybe follow in her footsteps and like try it out. Do I regret it? Maybe, but that's okay.
So let's continue watching the first audition.
My name is Meave. I'm from here, from Niagara Falls.
No,
so.
Legitimately. Okay, so I swear to you people, this is absolutely true. I went outside and I heard you sing.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. But God, I know I'm one.
The judges asked you one thing. What would you have been doing if you weren't on stage? Do you remember what you said?
I think I said like I was gonna order pizza or something like that. Like it's so funny because that thing that I said, it doesn't show obviously on TV, but I don't know if I should be exposing him like this or not. It's fine, Howie. Don't worry about it. But when I said I'm going to be eating some pizza, Howie was like, oh, stop. He goes, Meave, how about you say I was going to go and order some Tim Hortons because we're Canadian. And and they were plugging the sponsor. And I thought that was so funny. It was so like, that was my first realization really, where I was like, oh my God, wait, I'm on TV actually. Like, it's like, this isn't a dream. Like they're really directing me on what to do. Like, it's like, it's so funny, but yeah.
So did you end up eating pizza that night or no?
I did. Wait, did I? I don't know. I think I did, but I don't remember.
In case you haven't, we decided to stop and get you a box just so you can just think about it.
Thank you so much.
Because you know, we don't know if you were able to or not. So
that's so funny. Thank you.
Yeah, now you can enjoy it when you get home.
I'll bring that with me. I'll pin the box up on my wall and everything. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's take a look at was this your next one?
Yeah, this is my semifinals performance. I sang Alanis Morissette.
Let's take a look.
I want you to know that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. But did you forget about me, Mr. Duplicity? I hate to bug you in the middle of dinner. It was a slap in the face, how quickly I was replaced. And are you thinking of me when you're with her? 'Cause the love that you gave to me wasn't able to make enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, just know how you told me and hold me until you die. Till you die, while you're still alive. And I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you faced there. You ought to know.
So you said that you knew that you wanted a live band, you wanted a female singer track.
Yeah.
Did they give you a list as well again, or were you able to pick?
No, it was one of those things where they were like, tell us what you're thinking and we'll tell you what we're thinking and we're going to kind of collaborate on it. So, I mean, You Ought to Know wasn't one of my first picks. I just didn't think about it right away. I mean, like after, I don't really know how it began. Like, I think I told them I wanted to do a Miley Cyrus song because I love Miley. And they were like, okay, clearly she wants to do like some kind of rock because I really liked Miley's rock album. And then Alanis was brought up to me and I was like, oh my God, how did I not think of Alanis? But they originally wanted me to sing Ironic. So they were like, what about this one? And I tried that song. I love singing it, but there's just something about the range that I wasn't fully comfortable in. And that's when I suggested You Ought to Know. And I was like, how about this one? It's the same singer, but like, I love this one. So yeah.
Would you have changed anything?
No, not for my semifinals performance. I really liked it. Like I've watched my finale performance once. And that was because my boyfriend's niece wanted to watch it, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it with you. But and I don't really watch my audition, but I don't mind my semifinals performance.
You said your final performance, that's what you watched?
Yeah, my final performance, I'm like, it's whatever. I was so nervous for that one, and I can feel it every time I watch it. Like, it's like, for the semifinals, I was nervous, don't get me wrong, but I was excited to sing that song. Like, I was like, I want to get up there, and I love the energy of You Ought to Know. It's like a whole, like, I don't know if I'm allowed to sort of like, fuck you kind of vibe, you know what I mean? But with Somebody to Love, it's a different kind of energy that you're channeling. And like, you kind of have to be like Freddie. Like he's singing like such a powerful song. And I don't know, it's a different vibe than You Ought to Know for me to channel. Yeah.
Let's take a look at your final performance. I'm somewhere in there. I'm in the audience.
Oh yeah.
Not this side. Oh yeah, can you pause it on? Standing here, you were walking down to the judges' table and the stage.
Yeah.
How was this audience? Like, did they, like, obviously I told that you were going to be standing there probably and like not to reach out or do anything, but was it, like, it was okay standing there? Like, you had no problems?
Oh, I mean, okay, so the audience was fantastic. Like, I mean, as soon as, because they didn't know that I was going to be there until the moment I was there. And then I was standing there, they noticed me. It was really funny because I'm like looking around and everyone's like, is that Meave? But I was trying to stay focused. And then they really did me dirty by playing my biopack like on the main screen right in front of me because I'm standing on the stage, I'm standing facing the stage, and then above the stage they have these TVs so that they can show the audience what they're eventually going to be playing on TV, right? And well, this is live, so it's like I'm watching it happen live, and then my biopack is playing, and it was a very emotional shoot for me that they were playing on the screens above, and I was feeling it, and I'm like this, I'm about to cry, I'm like, oh my God, don't cry, and then I just start bawling, and then the music starts playing, and I'm like, wow, I have to sing while I'm crying, and that is one of the hardest things. Maybe other people feel differently, but singing while you're crying, it sucks.
Yeah, it was one of those things because when I went, how many did I go to? 4 or 5 maybe of the tapings, and this one was the only weird one. Like all the other ones doors would open at 4:30, and then the show wouldn't start till 6.
Yeah.
So for this one, we got there at 6, knowing we didn't want to wait the 2 hours or whatever in between.
Yeah.
And when we got here, we saw the performance just before you, so we missed the entire first bit, and we were like, well, I guess like the timings would change for this one. So it was like we walked in, you were like just about to start with this. So let's take a look at it. That kid in the rainbow has no idea what's going on. Same with these 2 kids.
I know, they're like, should I keep clapping?
These 2 ladies here, were they like, are they supposed to be singing or were they just singing?
No, they were just singing along.
Okay.
Yeah.
His outfits or something.
I know. The stylists for this show are the best, honestly. Like, they're just the nicest people. Like, they let you do whatever you want. I saw my friend there in the audience.
Was that who you pointed to?
Yeah, he's not actually my friend. He was just there on my audition day and saw the whole thing happen. It was crazy. And then he was there at the finale.
How, this was all set up?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. That'd be so funny if people just randomly got up.
But the people weren't, it was just whoever sat there, they just...
No, the people were set up, yeah.
Oh,
They knew ahead of time that they were going to be sat in a specific place and they were going to get up with me.
Did you know Howie was going to get up?
No, that wasn't planned. He wasn't supposed to get up. He actually did do that on his own, so... Oh, fuck. So flat.
It's almost like a raincoat he's wearing.
I know, I love it.
I guess, yeah, for the camera people to spot where he was, make sure to film that. And then you noticed him here?
Yeah. Yeah, so I was like, oh, there's Howie.
All right. So after that, did you think that you had a pretty good chance?
No. Oh God, no. I literally finished that and I was like, okay, I'm ready to go home. Like I didn't care either because it wasn't like I wasn't there to win. I wasn't there really for anything. I was
You
like,
just got the chance to.
yeah. And like, that's so cool to me. The fact that I made it to the finale, I was like, what the heck? Like, that's great. So yeah, honestly, after that performance, I was like, I was not expecting to make the top 4. Like I came in 4th place and that's not what I was expecting. So
yeah, a lot of the everything online of people, like everything I'm reading is people thinking or saying that you should have won and stuff like that. But
that's so nice. Yeah. I like that's shocking to me. Like truly, it is. Like especially with I know all the people that I was competing against, and like I know their talent and I know their hearts, and like I think any of us could have taken it really, but like there's people there that were they did better than I did, you know, and I can accept that. That's really cool for them. So yeah.
So I'm not sure how much you can say, but what do you think about 2 dance groups being the final 2?
It's a little weird.
Yeah, I didn't
know.
really like it.
It's not typical, right? Like, I mean, I'm not like nobody was expecting it. It's rare to have a dance group win, never mind 2 of them being the final 2. But
I think it's hard to choose a winner when they're basically doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? That being said, I'm not saying that they didn't deserve it. Like, it's like those kids are like some of the nicest people I've ever met, the hardest workers I've ever met. Like, holy cow, they were telling me their schedules, like based on like not only are they like flying in from like Quebec and all over the place to do this show, but then they have to go back and they have to teach for like 7 days a week, and then they're doing all these competitions. And I'm like, yeah, they deserve it. I'm like, I wish they got more money, because it sucks that they have to split it up between all those, like all the people in the dance group, right? Like,
yeah. What are your thoughts about it getting raised to $1 million for the next season?
Excuse me, bullshit.
Okay, so the show's over. What has life been like? Different? Same? New? Talk to me.
It's definitely different. I mean, like when they tell you that your life is going to change because of the show, that's true. I mean, I think that there are people out there who might think that like I maybe got paid from the show or something like that, or like, but that's not the case. I would actually contribute all of my success moving forward after the show to the management that I found afterwards. Like I made some connections, and right now I've been gigging and I've been writing music, and I have the two best people in the world helping me with that right now. So it's like it's 100% thanks to them, which has been like amazing.
So are you planning, do you have any plans for like tours, or you just continue doing like small gigs, or what's in the future?
Yeah, I'm totally planning on touring. I have my album coming out in October. We're going to have an album launch in Toronto, and then another one in Montreal at the beginning of October, the 4th and the 6th, I believe. It's all on my website, meaveofficial.com. But yeah, we're going to hopefully tour that album afterwards, go wherever I can go, and continue doing bar gigs right now. I love singing in bars. It's been so much fun. Like just the closeness of it, like I love it so much. So yeah. You performed for Canada Day at Fireman's Park. Did someone reach out to you, or how did that, like, how was that, and how was it? It was great. I loved it. I mean, honestly, singing outdoors is so difficult. Like that was something that I didn't realize until that day happened, and I was like, whoa, I can't hear myself at all. All of the sound is being projected everywhere into the atmosphere, and it's difficult, but you know, it's so much fun. The community all came out, and it was a great time. I mean, they reached out to me, which was amazing. I guess like they had seen me on the show and knew that I had been living in Niagara at the time. So yeah, it was really nice to come out and like represent the community, represent the show, and yeah, good time.
And now I gotta ask before I finish up and forget, the entire goal of this podcast is to inspire our viewers to follow their dreams by demonstrating what myself and my guests are doing. So any advice that you have for someone who's listening to follow their dreams?
Honestly, I think Nike says it best, like just do it, right? I think, is that the Nike?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to be cool and plug Nike. Yeah, but they're right. Like you just got to do it. Like you feel like you want to go out there and busk, go out there and busk. You feel like you want to start a podcast. Like, you know, it's like, why not? Like you are your biggest critic, and you're your worst critic at the end of the day, right? So as long as you know that like you're fully capable of doing anything that you put your mind to, I mean, within reason, yeah, just do it.
And with that being said, is there anything else that we didn't cover that you want to talk about, or anything else that you want to say?
No, not really.
No?
I mean, yeah, thank you so much for having me. This has been great. I love doing podcasts.
Where can people find you?
So I have my website at www.meaveofficial.com. My Instagram and TikTok are the name's Meave. It's Meave, and it's not Maeve. Everyone calls me Maeve, but I'm really bad at correcting people. I usually just let them do it. Yeah. So, yeah.
Hey, I got that follow the other day.
Yeah. Oh God, I know. I'm sorry that I didn't get any of your messages beforehand.
No
I
worries,
was like, oh God.
I mean, you know, and Jay's sitting behind the cameras right now, but we were, two reasons I was there. No, well, one reason I was there at Fireman's Park was to meet you, to invite you on this podcast.
Oh, thank you.
And then we were gonna go, and then we're like, well, might as well film the entire day. Filmed amazing videos, and we went home, and there was absolutely no audio of the microphone I was wearing, so we've lost everything, including the interview that we did with you. But you know,
I'm just sorry. That's no. So it's shitty, but hey,
it was funny. There was like 20 minutes before you were supposed to go on stage. We're like, we can't find you. We can't see. Like,
yeah.
we were even looking. We'll take a short little break.
Howdy to us. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
If you just click on the camera, then we can see you and not just hear you.
Yeah.
There I am.
Well, now you can see you too, apparently. Look at you in a studio.
Hey, Howie, I have something to show you.
Oh, you know what? This is not that kind of show.
No, I think you'd be pretty surprised. And
Look,
trust me,
there's a guy
it's
behind him filming us.
What do you mean?
There's a guy on the left filming us.
I see him. Oh, why did you take him out of the...
he's not filming. You know, I mean, we've cut the cameras. We're actually filming my own podcast right now.
Well, we're on your podcast.
You are, and do you want to see who my guest is?
Yeah.
Do you recognize?
Hey, Howie. If you
Oh my
recognize
God, it's
me.
your dad.
Yeah.
Wait.
You found her
Oh
on
my
the
God.
street. Just kidding.
I didn't know your wife was born.
I'm Meave. It's nice to officially
Oh,
meet
me
you.
from Canada's Got Talent. This girl is an amazing singer. So this girl was working in the streets of night. Well, don't say that.
Working.
I didn't know that's what I was doing.
Busking. We shoot Canada's Got Talent at Falls View Casino, and I went outside, and Rich, the guy that works with me, and he's right here, went outside. He said, "You got to hear this girl sing." I went outside. She was singing, and people were throwing money into her hat, and I went, "You're singing out here. You know, we're doing Canada's Got Talent in there. Have you ever considered being on?" Oh, what's this podcast that that you're calling in from?
You know, it's. Do you want me to say the name, or I'm not trying to self-promote
No,
here?
it's better if you don't say the name. If you just give us hints using your index finger.
Spell it out.
You can say it. Go ahead.
It's called SibP55 Podcast.
It's called what?
It's called SibP55 Podcast.
Sid P?
Sib P.
Just-
Like SIBP.
What does that mean, even?
You know, it's funny. It's kind of like a gamer tag to a nickname. You know.
Didn't that confuse you even more?
You forgot how old they were, eh?
Yeah.
Why don't you just grab a bunch of Scrabble letters and shake them up and pour them on a table and let's call it that?
That's actually what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the whole point of it is to inspire our viewers to follow their dreams by demonstrating what my guests and myself are doing in life. You know, it's funny, I've been tagging you and posting a story on my Instagram every single day, like day 3, day 4 of inviting Howie Mandel to be on my podcast until he responds.
And
to me.
Harlan Williams.
Yes, of course.
I once dated a girl who, whenever she ate, she would spit. The food would be all over the place, and I used to call her the Maid of the Mist.
Did you know that it's actually not called Maid of the Mist in Canada? What's it called? It's called a horn blower.
Yeah, the horn blower.
The horn blower. Yeah.
That was also the girl I dated.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Exactly.
Could I ask the other gentleman to sing one of his lyrics for me?
Oh. Anyone?
Could you sing? No, you.
Oh, Preston.
Me, I don't sing.
Doesn't matter.
You gotta sing. Just
Sing
sing
one
a
of your
lyric.
lyrics.
Any of
What
your
lyrics?
Any of your favorite
Howie,
songs.
what's your...
For you, you've got to be decisive
Uh,
and aggressive. Go.
I can't.
Wait, don't lie. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying.
that's
Can
what we
I-
call a failure. We call that a failure.
Yeah,
right?
you're not even
Come on.
trying. What do the two guys at the end do, and the people at the end? Are they your producers?
Yeah, we have
Audio.
audio and filmer.
Camera.
My sister's here
Can't hear
too,
the-
but I don't
what's
know
it-
where.
I hear the filmer. What's the other guy do?
Audio.
Sorry. What does he do?
Audio.
Olio?
Audio, like,
He does
like
audio.
the microphones and everything.
I'm the audio person. I'm the filmer.
I know camera. I hear you. Camera and film. What does the other guy do?
Audio.
Audio.
What?
I think they're
Are
joking.
they messing
guys.
with? Yeah,
They're joking.
I think so. Howie, are you messing with us? All right, no
I
deal.
think that guy's flexing on us. You got to uncross your arms, bro. He was totally
It
flexing
says
on us.
Boss Productions. Boss Productions.
No, it's the SIP P55, the name that you guys can't pronounce.
Oh, SIP P55.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, we said it.
There we go.
I couldn't hear it. What does he do? The guy with the shirt.
He does the audio.
Which guy?
Howie, I have a question. If you can hear me.
I'll try.
Okay. Keep trying. No. So, do you know The Famous? You go there every time you come to Niagara Falls. The restaurant.
That's the restaurant in the hotel.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh, really? We just ate on the shore. We had picnics.
You had the chicken in your own bucket.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
You go indoors to eat?
That's a good question. So the answer is yes. I do know The Famous. That's the restaurant I eat in the hotel.
yeah, my grandma serves you every time. Every time you come in, my grandma always serves you. She always likes to flex on me the fact that she always gets to serve you. Because I worked there, but I was never there when you were there, so I was pretty jealous.
So she's in law enforcement?
You've
No.
been served.
That's what he said.
Serve you food.
Yes. That's
And
a
she
great.
says
That's
hello.
good. That's a good. Thank you. Well, tell her that she's wonderful and I love the service, and she's getting an extra tip the next time I'm in.
Perfect.
Anyway, this has been great. And Meave, I'm a huge fan. Continue to be a huge fan. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thanks, Howie.
Keep us posted on what you're doing. And the SIP 55 podcast has been a real. We know that this is the pinnacle of this show.
So I love the Split Pea podcast. And what's the gentleman on the right there? What's his name?
Which one? Here?
You. What's your name?
Preston.
Can you turn the camera back just on you for 1 second? And then take a huge breath and hold it and puff your cheeks out. Really, really, as big as you just
Why?
like you're playing the trumpet like Dizzy Gillespie. Just I want to see how long you can hold your breath. Just breathe in really deep. Puff those cheeks out. Doesn't he look like a bare bottom that's just been stuck?
You know, I get called Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
No, I think it's bare bottom face or ass face.
I could do, I can do theater.
Oh,
I
wow.
can talk about theater.
Wow.
Yeah, I can do it. And I don't even have hearing or anything.
Oh.
Pretty good, huh? You like the chipmunks?
Oh,
We
you're
love
so
the
funny.
chipmunks.
So my fans are wondering, Howie, do I got to keep posting and tagging you, or are you going to come and join me on an episode?
Aren't I on this episode?
Somewhat, but we'd love to talk more.
Well, I'm not there. I'm far away.
Well, when are you back?
I don't know when I'm back, but when I'm back, we could maybe work it out. The issue is really, it's an audio issue.
I'll hire a new audio person.
Thank God. Thank God. And then yes, I would love to be on your podcast.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
But and then after that, you can't be on this anymore because we only talk to strangers.
Okay. That's fair.
Don't be a stranger.
That's fair.
Anymore.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck, Meave.
Thank
Nice
you.
meeting you all.
Nice to meet
Bye.
you too. Bye.
Bye, Howie.
Bye.
Howie Mandel just came on my podcast. You know, if people have been following me, I've been posting every single day on my Instagram, tagging him, inviting him, and I was just on his, he was just on mine, so it was kind of a win-win for both of us. And it's funny that he discovered Meave, and Meave is sitting here talking with us. How are you feeling?
Great. Yeah, that was funny. I wasn't expecting it. I was kind of scared. I haven't talked to him really at all. So I was like,
It sounds like, did he know who you were? Did he not
I
know who
don't
you
know.
were?
He had no idea who I was. Sorry, Howie.
I guess until he heard your name.
No, you know what? Like the only time he's ever seen me is like when I'm on stage, and then like that one time when I was outside, and it's like on the street, yeah.
Working
and I had
on
a
the street.
microphone in front of my face and stuff like that, so it's all good. I'll give him that.
You just thought you were working on the street.
Yeah, he thought I was working on the street.
All right, so what were we talking about? We were talking about your life now after the show.
Yeah.
You were saying where people could find you. So, what was your TikTok and Instagram?
So my TikTok and Instagram are the names Meave. That's Meave, not to be confused with Maeve.
Don't mess it up.
Yeah, don't mess it up.
Well, you said there was nothing else that you wanted to talk about, right?
Not really. I
No?
mean, yeah, I'm excited for like the future, and like if anyone's listening and they're curious to know, we do have an album coming out, and I'm gonna keep playing gigs, and if you follow my socials or go on my website, you'll get the updates. So yeah.
Well, thank you for coming here today and taking the time out of your day. And
Thank you.
hopefully this inspires some like singer or someone with a unique talent to go apply. The applications are now open for season 3. They've upped the prize from $150,000 to $1 million. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Get on that.
Yeah. So apply now, and thank you again for coming on. Go follow Meave, and I will see you guys on the next episode.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.